Estamos en Columbus, Ohio, en la Expo y convención de la ASPE. Es American Society of Plumbing Engineers. Aquí encontramos las nuevas tecnologías, la exposición de proyectos. Vamos a decir, la convención nos trae no solamente nuevos proyectos, nuevos productos, sino también todas las empresas que producen o fabrican plomería o distribuyen productos de plomería se encuentran acá exponiendo. Hoy vamos a conocer nuevos detalles, nuevos productos y toda esa tecnología que tanto queremos aprender.
Este es el mural en la entrada de la Expo, donde podemos ver imágenes de todas las innovaciones que se presentan en la Expo de la ASPE este 2024. Nuevas tuberías, nuevas conexiones. Y lo más importante es que podemos actualizarnos, podemos aprender mucho más cada día.
Bien, estamos aquí adentro, hemos podido ver cuántas empresas, cuánta tecnología nueva, cuántos productos estamos viendo y aprendiendo y conociendo. Esto es ASPE, la exposición más grande de plomería que hay aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Aquí nos están presentando cómo unir conexiones con el tubo PEX tipo A. Simplemente usamos una herramienta eléctrica que expande el anillo. Una vez que está expandido este anillo, insertamos la conexión y ya, no hay que hacer nada, no hay que pegar, no hay que calentar. Esto es PEX A.
Yeah, so it's cross-linked, PEX A.
Okay.
So with that means it's the way we have our carbon atoms.
Okay.
And so with this now, we expanded the pipe over the fitting, so where like other PEX pipes, like crimping, you're crimping down on the pipe and it's a ring, and you don't always get a secure connection. This you're actually expanding the pipe over. So because of our cross-linking, it wants to collapse back on itself. So this fitting is actually going to be at its strongest or at its weakest point at the point of connection. It's only going to get stronger from now on.
And how many PSI?
So it will be 100.
Soporta alrededor de 100 psi a 100 grados Fahrenheit y 80
And then here you can also see the
psi
cross-linking here with other
a unos
PEX.
200 grados Fahrenheit.
Kinked it while you're out in the field.
Otra
Pipe,
ventaja
you
del
would have to
PEX
cut this
A
out, right?
es que si por alguna razón lo doblamos y hace vamos a decir, un codo, podemos con una pistola de calor pues regenerarlo y vean el proceso.
And that's actually the color that it comes out of the extruders at. Should here in a second start to go clear. And that's the color it comes out of our machines like.
En el punto donde lo estamos regenerando se vuelve transparente y él mismo pues al enfriarse se vuelve a poner
And it'll
blanco.
come back here in just a minute or two. It'll be this color as well. So it'll go back to its color and shape. Snap on it. Just put it over the pipe.
Let me teach in Spanish.
Okay.
Estamos haciendo el amigo Mark me está haciendo una exposición con el PEX en 2 pulgadas y aquí tenemos la máquina. Go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna put the pipe on. There's a ring stop here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go completely on. We're gonna expand this pipe so that we can insert one of our fittings. I'm gonna let the machine do all the work. And we're gonna insert it. Oh, I didn't expand it enough. I need to go a little longer here.
Un poquito más. That's all. Esto es todo. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
See? There you go. See, right there.
Yeah.
And then look, you can't pull it out.
You need to put for a release. You need the.
We have this release tool.
Yes.
So same basic tool.
Okay. This is for release.
Right.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Nice. Esta herramienta que está acá usamos para poder soltar. Hacemos presión hacia abajo, hacia adentro y podemos sacar. Listo. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Eric. Thank you so much. Conexiones de press transparentes. Aquí vamos a ver una presentación de la, vamos a llamarla así, poderosa y rápida conexión ProPress, pero usando en vez de cobre acero, para tuberías de acero y conexiones de acero. Veamos.
In applications that cover a huge range of products. Here's our applications chart for automatically approved. We also have over 2,000 other applications that we have approved. The most common ones, obviously potable water, hydronics, natural gas. And we've got a bunch of different options for that. You're going to see 3 different colors here. We've got EPDM, FKM, and HNBR. This HNBR is what we're going to focus on today. We've got potable water here and gas here. La conexión con el ribón amarillo es para gas y la que tiene el ribón negro es para agua. Similarly here, this doesn't play too well with the potable water, the chlorines and minerals that are in there, but it does great against the natural gas system. So this is MegaPress G. I'm a little nervous to stand in front of the speaker here. All right, you got it covered. What we're going to do here, we're going to show this connection off. We're going to show exactly what's going on here. I'm going to pump this full of water. You're going to see some stuff coming out of there. But I want to talk about the safety and ratings that these systems are covered with. So this is a brand new pump, which is why it's a little foamy. That's all right. The systems, the ratings that we have here cover all codes in the US. They are ASTM 3226 for all metallic press connections. We've also got the ability to go into gas systems with CSA LC4. That is an intensive test that covers burning and the characteristics for this to survive in a gas system even when there is a fire going on. So I showed you the press right away. Now I'm going to show it to you with the prep. And this is as easy as it gets for the contractors out there. You're going to cut this with a bandsaw or however else you want to cut it. You're going to ream and deburr. So you're going to make sure that the edges on the inside and outside are good. So you ream and deburr. You've got the ability for that not to cut your sealing element as you slide it in there. And this is a real nice smooth pipe, but you also have the ability to use that sand cloth and polish that up. You do not need to go down to bare steel here. This is just to clean that off and make sure you don't have any potential leak pads on this. So we're going to slide this in here. Make sure it's at full insertion depth, and you can do that either with the connection there or your full depth insertion mark tools. Really easy. You slide that pipe right up against there, make sure it's at full depth, and you're going to mark that. The reason we do this is to make sure when we place our tool on here, that connection doesn't slide out. Obviously it's settled here, but in a horizontal application, you're good. So we're going to pull the trigger here, but I want to talk about one thing. I was asked to mention this movement right here. I know for an absolute fact that this pipe is going to move this direction because of the way that this tool is. So I want this to be level or plumb right up in this direction. So we're going to place the tool over here, or I can place it here and just push it this way and it'll come back to exactly where I want it to be. So the deflection control is pretty darn easy, but even if I get that wrong with Mega Press, I have the ability to move that around while under pressure. For Mega Press, I have this capability. I can move this all the way around wherever I need it to be. And where I want it to be right now is right here. So I'm going to pump this up a little bit more. We're going to purge all of the air out of here and give a little bit of a demonstration on the reliability during the previous connection. All right, all the air is out of there. We're going to pressurize this. Standard operating pressures for Mega Press up to 200 psi. Test pressure is up to 600. So we're going to go ahead and pressurize that. There's 300, 400, 500, 600 psi. I have just made this connection and we're ready to go.
Wow, it's a big
Let's go there. So we test that maybe for an hour, have the inspector come through, we drop this back down to right around 200 psi. So we're still at pressure and we can still make this rotation and move this around wherever we need it to go. So I'll just open this valve real quick. But we have had accidents on the job site. We have had electricians do things to our systems, forklifts backing up, anything like that. And the reliability of this system allows you to do something pretty foolish. We're still under pressure. We actually closed the system off a little bit. We went up from 200, we're now sitting at 400 psi. So yeah, we're ready to hit this now. And I can pressurize this. Again, now we're up to 600. You can come verify this if you want to, or I'll do it again for you later. But this system, not under warranty anymore. But what this does is prevent the ability for you to have to change this out immediately. It gives you that effort, that level of safety that you can have in your system, come to places when you need to instead of making it an emergency situation. Now, any other questions about Mega Press? We've got our Mega Press and Pro Press systems up to 4-inch, half to 4. We've got a lot of valves, and I do want to mention our new Mega Press bronze connection. So instead of your carbon steel, you've got bronze for that potential, that galvanic potential reduction. So you can go from galvanized steel to copper or PEX or whatever other system you need to. Thanks for listening. I do have a giveaway. Thank you for all paying attention. Jim is modeling out a...
We are here with Ashley. Yeah, because believe or not, this is product with double press. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the new Streamline ACR press fittings. It's one of our newest innovations, rated up to 700 PSI for all your major refrigerants, including the new ones R454B and R32. You use the same press tool, but specially designed jaws that press both O-rings at the same time in a circular manner for uniform compression all the way around.
Well, tell me again, how many PSI?
700 PSI.
700, my God. Well, it's incredible.
This is an automatic control valve configured as a PRV, which means pressure reducing valve. Your city water pressure is at 100 and you want 50 downstream, this control pilot will sense continuously that downstream pressure and open and close the valve regardless of upstream pressure or downstream demand to hold that 50 psi all day long, every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cover plate goes onto the sprinkler. There's solder tabs, and the hot gases from a fire are going to melt that solder, so that cover plate will fall away. And when that happens, the sprinkler deflector drops below the ceiling, right? So that cup would actually be in the sprinkler, and that plate would fall away.
No, nice.
Then the solder tabs holding these two links together will melt. That operates, and then that allows all these components to come out, and the water enters through the sprinkler.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aquí tenemos los equipos de osmosis inversa, equipos para purificar agua comercialmente. Podemos hacer hasta 10.800 galones de agua por día.
Use it both, and like I said, if you don't want to use the brackets on the metal side, the screw goes right in and into it right like that as well. So kind of a cool.
Soporte, podemos hacer lateral o tipo hangler en el techo, lateralmente. Esto es un tremendo invento para poder soportar la tubería. Da clip, quick clip. Aquí tenemos nuevo drenaje sifónico. Absorbe el agua de los techos cuando hay un sifonaje. Sur Siphon Drain. Ok. Look at this. Esto es para hacer una nivelación, para poder adaptar el drenaje y podemos ajustarlo
para arriba,
para abajo, dependiendo pues, del nivel.
hasta un 1 inch.
Hasta una pulgada.
Hasta una pulgada.
Entonces sería un drenaje ajustable.
Ajustable.
Adjustable drain.
Yeah, adjustable drain after the concrete pour.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine the floor already set.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your...
You're welcome.
Y aquí estamos en nuestro querido stand de Ori con el Quick Drain, la innovación para, vamos a decir, solución en drenaje de ducha que podemos usar a lo ancho de la misma, no importa el tamaño. Los mini Warhammer para contrarrestar los golpes de arriete, pero en tamaño pequeño. Y aquí con nuestra amiga Teresa, la manager hacia el oeste de los Estados Unidos. Los calentadores de agua también son una novedad en cuanto al tipo y desarrollo de tecnologías. En este caso que vemos acá, son empresas que vienen a dar innovación, pero pequeños, mini y estos grandes calentadores. Productos para limpiar los tanques de los calentadores de agua. Encontramos tecnologías como esta, que es el revestimiento interno con concreto de calentadores de agua. Aquí vemos un sifón que es una válvula de ventilación cuando no podemos tener ventilación que va hacia el techo. Estos son los Quick Press Hanglers. Simplemente fijamos el hangler y luego hacemos presión para fijar el tubo con un solo clic. Quick Press Hangler.